Hello everyone, my name is Mr Henderson. I'm the Head of Science here at Saltash Community School. I'm just going to take a few minutes to take you through your science options at GCSE here with us. So, science is a compulsory subject, so unless you choose the separate science option, you will follow the combined science course. This is equivalent to 2 GCSEs, so you'll get 2 grades out at the end of it. You will have 10 lessons of science a fortnight, and you will cover units in chemistry, biology and physics. You will have normally 2 teachers to take you through this. There is no coursework anymore, but there are 16 required practicals that you have to do throughout the course, and there are 6 exams at the end of it, each one being 1 hour 15 minutes long. Now, if you really enjoy science and want to do more of it, then you can take the separate science option. Here you have 15 lessons in total instead of the 10, so it does take up one of your option blocks. You will have 5 lessons of chemistry, 5 of biology, 5 of physics, and you will have 3 separate teachers for each one of these. If you take the separate science option, there's also an additional period 6 lesson, 3 to 4 p.m. once a week. This is to look at key skills for the qualification. It's not an optional additional lesson. You do have to commit to this and turn up every week to do this course. The separate science course does involve the study of complex scientific concepts. It is harder than combined science. We go into things in more detail. There are extra levels of content and skills in there. For this reason, we do require that students who choose it achieve a band 3 or higher in science at the end of year 9, just so they can go on and get the best results out of it. You get 3 separate single AQA GCSE grades at the end of it. Like combined science though, there's still no coursework. You still have all the required practicals that you have to do. There are still 6 exams, but each one is actually longer, and each one will be 1 hour 45 minutes long instead of the 1 hour 15 for combined science. And this is just to reflect the additional content that there is with the course. So there's 2 papers in each one, 2 chemistry, 2 biology, 2 physics, which makes up your 6 exams. You have sort of multiple choice questions. There are structured questions, closed, short answers and open longer written response questions. It's the same principle for both combined and for separate, except for, as I said, the separate science ones are longer in length. There is a foundation and a higher tier for both combined and separate science. The foundation tier only goes up to grade 5, whereas the higher tier goes all the way up to grade 9, but it only starts at grade 5. That means if you don't get enough marks to get a grade 5, you fall off the bottom and you actually fail. But all exam entries we look at with the students in year 11 before we enter them in. So the biological content is all around cells, organisation, infection, biogenetics, photosynthesis, homeostasis, inheritance, evolution, ecology. It's the same content for combined and separates, but in the separates we go into that bit more detail at each level. Chemistry is all about atomic structure, atomic bonding, quantitative chemistry, chemical reactions, energy, organic chemistry, analysis, chemistry of the atmosphere and using resources. And then we have physics, which is all about forces, energy, waves, electricity, magnetism, particle model, atomic structure. And there is one additional unit in separate science physics, which is space. So space is not done in combined science, but it is done in the separate science physics course. So each one has 2 papers, so the units are split up into a paper 1 and a paper 2, so you know what to revise for each one. That's the same in biology, as you can see there in physics, and again in chemistry. So the separate science option then is great preparation for A-level and for life beyond. Okay, studying the separate sciences means students cover more content than GCSE combined science. So it is great for those with a love of science. You will do more science. A lot of your timetable will be science lessons. So you've got to enjoy science to take this option. There is also a lot of maths in science. So you do need to be good at maths as well to take on this course. The separate sciences does provide a great preparation for A-levels without overlapping that content. Employers are crying out for candidates with science-based skills. So if you go in for a job or an apprenticeship or college, you get a lot of great skills from science, especially the separate science course. And if you're going on to university, they do like applicants for any science course to have taken this option. So You'll all have to do combined science. If you've got a great love of science, by all means choose to separate science instead, but be aware the content is harder, it is more demanding, but it is also very, very rewarding. If you'd like to hear anything else about the separate science course, please get in contact with myself at the school or just talk to your science teacher. Thank you very much.